Hey, there we go. It's about damn time.
You look sleepy. Welcome back.
I am sleepy.
Yeah.
That Starbucks ain't kicking yet, and I had it at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
Well, I think you need some more than if you had something
I
else.
do.
I wondering why we sitting on this little seat tonight. We just moved around a little bit. Y'all see who taking up most of the room too, by the way.
Your hips, if you close your legs, we be all right.
I'm skinny. I'm the skinny.
Nah.
So how was
He
your trip?
just wear black to make himself look skinny. The trip was good.
Blue.
It was good. It was a little bit of business and pleasure because Brandon celebrated his birthday on Friday.
Happy birthday, B.
A whole lot of drinking and eating.
Oh boy.
And working.
Another one of the moments.
Not for me.
Oh, it was your turn to get payback. I take it.
But no, he did good. We did
You
good.
did good. That's what's up.
Yeah, I had to be up at like 5:30 every day, so we couldn't do too much.
Couldn't do too much. Okay. Ask the people how can they hear
Let's
us real
see.
good.
Everybody, can y'all hear us okay?
There it is. We got 2 people watching us.
Yeah.
What'd they say? You find out the internet keeps going in and out on this stuff. Oh, we can hear you real good. We can hear very good. They should hear us over everybody else.
Hey, Chanel, can you hear us, babe?
Hey, Chanel.
Yeah, she said yeah.
Chanel. Hey, you know what? Since he's
What?
here with us tonight, and his birthday just passed, I think we should bring him up here with us tonight.
B ain't coming up here.
He don't want to come up here?
Heck
You know
no.
this shit.
You see
this
that?
shit? No. Oh, man. So I had
Friday did it start on Thursday.
one weekend started. My weekend don't start till Friday because I'm hopefully I have a weekend from Sunday to Sunday, which is one of the things that you do for yourself.
Yeah,
Right.
you don't have not one day just to relax. You know what that means? Just relax. Game that was on.
You constantly got a laptop in your hand, you got your phone in your hand, and you're doing research, publishing stuff, trying to get advertisement out there for things I got going on.
So you never get to disconnect.
I haven't been able to, as of lately, got a chance to really disconnect like I wanted to.
I mean, but you're getting ready to launch something, so I kind of get it.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to
I'm
launch
excited
something,
for you.
It's hard work. It's a lot to it. I've been ripping and running like daily, just figuring things out. I got my own mentor that I got from SBA in DC. So that
Okay.
works out real good and helps me get things further along. And then I'm also still trying to do my hobbies that I like, which are hopefully to build my path to a career in that as well.
Okay, what you gonna share what these hobbies are?
Well, I mean, I'm a writer, and I was directing my own series with two other dudes. We was writing and doing our own thing with that. It
A
was
show.
Yeah, it was gonna be a web series
Okay.
called Lost and Found, but a couple things caused us to slow it down or whatever, right? So basically, I've been trying to get back into my writing. I had a movie that I wanted to release before Thanksgiving, so I'm still gonna try and make that go.
Okay.
So those are my passions. Those are things I want to do, like acting and that sort of thing.
So you have a mentor on the technical side. Do you have a mentor for the movie and the
No,
directing,
I
writing?
actually don't. I don't have a mentor for my acting and stuff. And that was one of the things I had some people ask me recently. Like, I thought you was gonna get into acting more. What happened? Why you not? Why you ain't been on no auditions? Why you ain't did this? Why you did that? And I think I'm trying to focus more on my app. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think I see that being residual income while I'm sleeping, no matter what I'm doing.
So do you prefer to be behind the camera, in front of the camera?
I like both.
Really?
I like to be behind the camera and I like to be in front of the camera. In front of
You
the
want to
camera is
direct
fun.
it, produce it, and star in it.
Yeah, that's the kind of like the goal.
For narcissists.
You know what I'm saying? That's like the goal. I'm gonna write it, direct it, and I'm gonna star it,
Okay.
and I'm gonna produce it. So,
You like a little ditty.
well, I mean, that's how you control most of the stuff when you're doing it yourself. You know what I mean? That's the business side of things that a lot of people don't really
Hey, Simone.
understand.
Drea, Ashley. Hey, D.
See if I can
Where
see.
my baby at, D?
Who's your baby?
My daughter. She just turned 4
When she turn full?
Sunday.
Nice. Nice. So you know any black business owners?
I do. I mean, we're in one establishment now, Jody. So hopefully Jody can come up here for a few minutes so we can talk to him.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know a lot.
Besides Jody, like, what
Yeah.
other type of
Brandon, the company he worked for what, the last 16 years,
business? Okay.
was owned by a black guy.
Owned by a black guy.
Huh? Oh, it is owned.
Okay.
I know quite a few. I know a lot of caterers, bakers, tech folk.
Okay.
Yeah, I know quite a few, and I try to support. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this show, because it seems like black-owned businesses have been getting a bad rap. Like for like the past 2 years, there's been like this movement to support them,
Right.
and for whatever reason, we get frustrated, and then we kick them off our must do this, you know?
But we go hard on each other. This is like, all you gotta do is be late with my order one time, and they just like, oh, I'm not fucking with y'all no more.
Yeah.
One time you burn a biscuit and just send it out there, and they, oh man, I never.
Or the waitress was rude, or
But do we do that to ourselves?
I don't know. So personally, I feel like the expectation is higher when you go to a black-owned establishment, or
Why do you think that is? Let me ask you.
because for me, I'm so anxious to want to brag about it, and I'm like, yep, as soon as I go, I'm gonna tell all my folks.
Okay.
But then when you disappoint me for whatever reason, I'm not telling anybody anything positive, because I take it personal. I don't know why we do that,
Yeah, that's weird.
but I know I'm not the only one.
But I think we hard on all restaurants, to be honest with you.
But the curry out get our shit wrong all the time, but we still go there.
That's because it's convenient. We get a curry out multiple tries.
Yeah.
Just because it's right there, and it'll be like one of them nights when you don't feel like going somewhere, and you just feel like you're gonna grab me a quick bite right around the corner. I'm gonna hit the curry out.
Yeah. Like, I'm big on Yelp, so I'm always reading reviews before I go somewhere. So case in point, my friend had her party a couple of weekends ago at this establishment, and before we went there, we already knew all the bad stuff that came along with this place, but we still wanted to support, so we went.
Right.
And we get there, and we're experiencing the same stuff that people were complaining about on Yelp. So it's like, when are y'all gonna learn? Get it together.
I wonder if they see. I think a lot of black-owned businesses, just possibly black people in a whole, can't handle constructive criticism. Some criticism can be constructive, right? Like you went to a spot and you probably heard them complain about the service with some garbage, or you heard them complaining about X, Y, and Z. Now, the waiter or waitress may have their own reason for feeling the way they felt, but at the end of the day, the customer is always right, because in order for the customer to return, they have to give you a good review. So you say that it don't taste right, it's bad, whoop, whoop, okay, whatever you say. You're right, because I don't want you to leave out of my establishment to give that bad review for somebody else to come down here to see it. I want people to come because they heard it was good.
Yeah, I guess. And then, I don't know. So I get that if the waiter, she might have had a bad night.
Yeah.
But when it's consistent, like
Same
case
waiter?
in point, we were in New Orleans last night, and we went to a spot, and it's 7 of us at the table, and 6 of the 7 dishes came out cold. So of course, the first thing we do, we go to Yelp, and people were complaining about the food coming out cold.
So let me ask y'all this though. Let me ask you this. 6 of the 7 plates came out cold.
Yep. The other one was warm.
Were they waiting for the 7th plate to get done or something before they came out?
That's what we thought. But she was like, mine isn't.
That could be bad kitchen management, and you can't always put that on the waiting staff.
I don't think it was the wait staff. Because the person whose food wasn't cold, it was like warm. Like she was like, I mean, it's warm, so I'ma still eat
That's
it.
what she said to you? Oh, the person said.
Yeah, she still ate.
I was about to say.
So
she stuck her finger and it was like, it's still warm.
Yeah, so we did we ripped off little pieces of our food to make sure they didn't refry like the same stuff.
Right.
And the guy came over, he apologized, and he brought it out again. And the food still wasn't piping hot. So I don't get it. Like, are you cooking it in lukewarm grease? Like, I don't know. But it was a bad night last night, and we were so excited to go there. And I'm like, yeah, when I go back to NOLA, I won't be coming back here.
And you put that all on Yelp?
Oh no, I didn't put it on Yelp.
Oh.
No. But somebody that was at the table might have. But I ain't put it on Yelp because I don't want the only review I give to be a negative one. I just won't spend my money there.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not here to mess up your reputation because it could have just been a bad night. But I don't have time to be wasting my money and not feeling satisfied.
Yeah, see.
That's why I just don't go back.
How many other places have you been to and not been satisfied though? I mean, and then went back?
A lot. Especially if it's like a chain restaurant, you'll just say, I won't go to that one. Because that one's the bad service, so I'll go to this one.
Right.
The problem with black owned is usually just that one. So it's not like you can try another. Right.
Go to different ones and patronize the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that makes it hard too. Yep. Shout out to Carolina Kitchen.
You like that place?
Yeah, you like it?
I didn't know. I went to the one that was by the boulevard, like when they first opened. I wasn't a fan.
You haven't been to any of the other ones?
No. The Brandy one?
I haven't been to the one in Brandy.
So which one you go to?
I go to the one either on Rhode Island Avenue or the one on East West Highway by PG, by the plaza.
See, that's out of my way. No.
Yeah, that is. Y'all live on the
South side. Yeah, no. And it wasn't that the service was bad. It was like the food was And I'm a foodie. Like, I would travel for food. If it's good,
You're a foodie.
Yeah.
That's what y'all like to do, travel and eat, huh? Mm-hmm. All right, I can dig that.
Yeah.
I'm not a real, I go out to eat. I guess you could say I'm a foodie. If you tell me about someplace nice, a spot, I'll try it out. And, but besides just restaurants,
Yeah.
what are some other black-owned businesses that catch a bad rep?
Man, I've gone to black-owned tent shops. I've gone to, different type of auto places. Like, I always try to support.
Right.
Regardless of what the business is. But yeah, I've gotten disappointed a lot. And I feel like if they were serving someone other than us, maybe they would be a little more professional. But I feel like they get comfortable when it's one of us walking through the door. Like they want to greet us with like a sup. No? You at work, babe? Well, that wasn't black owned. That was just black service. Like he was tripping. Yeah, I don't know. Like I get frustrated, but I've been on a mission, especially this month, to support black owned, and it's been hard. But I ain't gonna give up because I need my community to succeed.
I mean, and it's kind of like people are trying to throw hints out to various business owners, if you do X, Y, and Z a little bit better. I mean, it's not always about the price either. I don't think it's always about the price. Because if you do the work and the quality of your work goes with that price, then yeah, nobody has a problem paying you that $500 to work on their car.
I don't know. So one of the things that I heard from a business owner today, a black business owner, was, I need y'all to stop asking me for discounts.
Okay.
Are y'all guilty of that?
I mean, how many people are guilty of as soon as they go into a black-owned establishment, the first thing they want is a discount?
I never have. Like, your price is your price.
Yeah, but okay, I guess it depends on what it is they selling, right? If you go into a restaurant, you can't really ask them, give me $20 off one of these drinks because the prices are set. If you go into a dealership, in actuality, they are going by the, not dealership, but a repair shop.
Yeah.
They have a set of guidelines that they're supposed to go by to come up with your prices. So the prices should be about the same from shop to shop to shop.
Should be.
But they do find a way to finagle them prices somehow, and I don't understand that either sometimes. How
I don't know. I think if you're a female, sometimes they'll try to hike the price up because they
I
think
get that
you're
a
dumb.
lot. I hear that a lot.
Or if they're in the mood to flirt, then they might say, "Oh, this is usually 200, but I'll give it to you for 160."
And it really
It's
be,
150. What are you talking about? Especially if there's no, no service menu on the wall that says what the price is.
right, right.
And that's why it's like, are you trying to get over on me, or are you giving me a discount? Well, no. What we got here? Yeah, I don't ask. Right, I will pay. I will pay you
I think
if the service is good. And then I'm recommending. I'm telling all my folk about you. So one of the questions I had, is it a lack of resources? Like, why is it that most establishments that are black owned are not as professional? Even the aesthetics of it. It's like, really? That's what we doing?
you mean like the place doesn't look professional?
Yeah, and then you got your cousin and them running the front desk, and she's sitting there clipping her nails. It's like, and you won't get that if you went somewhere else. Like, even I've gone to like black-owned nail shops, and I'm just like, sis, what are you doing?
And they got their cousin sitting in the front clipping their nails?
Yeah. It's like, okay, you could do your own, but not when you at the desk.
Right.
It's like schedule time for that. It's like they're just too lax with stuff.
See, I don't know about that.
Let's
nail.
talk about barbershops.
Okay, so a barbershop. Barbershop is already like a hangout spot for the brothers, though. So
But
it's
have you
different.
been to one and it's just like, yeah, they tripping here.
Oh, I grew up in a barbershop where it was kind of rough. A friend of mine got shot in the barbershop sitting in the chair.
No, I mean just when you come in, like they don't greet you, or
That's men though, boy. Men don't naturally just greet enough. You might walk in the barbershop, say hello to one or two barbers that you know, but you're not just gonna go in there.
no, the barber should be whoever see you walking through the door, right, y'all? Should be saying
so
hi.
look, most barbershops that I know of, unless it's a little fancy, don't have a concierge just sitting up there greeting you when you walk through the door, right? You make your basic appointment with your barber, and then you go to that particular, you wave at him when you get in there, he put you in the line or whatever. But it ain't like it is for females, so it wouldn't be no. So the difference for us is that we come in there just to hang around to see what's going on. We might just be sitting in there chilling out because we know the barber, you know what I mean, or somebody we know getting their hair cut, and we just sitting in there chilling around. So it's not. It's kind of weird if you don't see somebody, you know what I mean, something come through the barbershop. Like you might get somebody come through, they got something for sale that you, oh yeah, let me get that. Things come through the barbershop, so that's a good spot for me.
What? Oh, people. I mean, they do that at the beauty salon. Somebody selling dinners, purses,
Oh,
jewelry.
there's always somebody coming through there selling some dinners.
Yeah.
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 So I can't really use that scenario, but I have been in possibly
Well, you're a car person.
I've been in car garages, and some of those garages have been, like family oriented. They would have somebody sitting at the front or whatever. But they might be playing on the computer or reading something, doing their downtime, not really clipping their nails. I think that's just a hair salon, female type thing.
But it's just unprofessional. Do it on your lunch break. Especially if you see somebody walking up. Like, at least try to get it together for a minute.
She might have had her head down it.
Put your head up.
That's like that movie. What movie was that? Friday After Next. One of them. The spinoff with what's the girl name, man? Queen Latifah, and she had somebody.
Oh, the beauty shop.
Yeah, I think that was something like that. That's just a struggle for females in the beauty shop. I'm sure that happens.
Or maybe that's
That
just,
might be all beauty shop.
yeah, maybe people don't mind. I just mind. It could be that some people probably don't care.
I don't know. Do your nails.
No, I don't want you doing your nails when I'm walking in to get my nails done. I need you to be ready to greet me and escort me to where I need to go.
I can get it. I got it. So,
See, someone else said they do be trying to cheat women, but they said they
all
don't.
places, that's all, that has been like a given since the beginning of women driving and getting licenses or probably even going to buy their own vehicles.
They say you need a whole axle when you just need.
That men will try to get over on women. You know what I'm saying? I even heard that when I was coming up. My grandfather and my father never let my mother or my grandmother take the car to the body shop. That was, in my eyes, that's considered a man's job. I take care of the car, you take care of the household. I don't have no problems with that.
Okay, but that's not the norm now. Now, look,
Because
I drive the car, I've
it's
got to
a lot
take it
of
in.
independence out here now.
Or it's not even independent. Sometimes it's just more convenient for me to go.
Nah, I don't know about
And
that.
not everybody has a man that can take their car for
Well,
them.
you do though.
I mean, I do.
All right, so
Yeah.
you should never. Why? I don't get the phrase. It's just more convenient when all you gotta do is take it home.
No, so it depends on his work schedule. So if my car break down right now, I'm not gonna say, okay, you can do it tomorrow.
But if your car
Nah,
breaks
take
down
it
right now,
in.
you're gonna have to call a tow truck.
I'm gonna call my mans in them.
I can believe that. So, have you ever thought about owning your own business?
I have.
Okay, if you would open your own business right now, what would you open?
I mean, I have one. I've got my event planning.
See, black-owned business right here.
Yeah.
Tell everybody how they
Doing this. Everybody know about
what you
T
do.
socials already.
Well, where's everybody at from the SC shows? We ain't seen none of y'all.
Yeah, what are you talking about? I'm just on my page.
I'm talking about in the building, you know what I'm saying? Like, we trying to get y'all to come up here and try these crab cakes and stuff.
I just had some of this crab soup, the cream of crab soup, y'all. It was too hot. And I ain't gonna be dripping it all over, but it's good. Y'all gotta come here, it's good.
It's good.
Yeah, I need to host an event.
What you waiting on?
Just gotta host an event.
So you do events, right? So what kind of events do you do? Do you do events as far as wedding, bar mitzvahs,
No,
birthday
no.
parties,
No, social events.
social events?
Yeah.
So everything for you is kind of like a gathering, getting people together,
Yes.
and networking, and doing all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah, not weddings. I can't deal with y'all bridezillas. No, I can't.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never been interested in that type of event.
Have you ever thought about having more than one business?
I have.
So you got one. Do you have two? You just let me make sure.
So the other thing that I'm, working on is writing my book. But the way I operate, it's hard to have my hands in several different pots at once. Like I'm a dive in type of person, and let me perfect this, and then I'll move over and try something else.
Oh, okay.
And that's what I've been noticing. A lot of people that I know who own business says they own several, and nothing is quite, just flowing. It's like, okay, well, maybe if you stop and the hair and just work on your restaurant, get that popping first, and then the other ones.
Right. I agree with you. I feel like what I can do, right? Because you see, I was bouncing around, I was podcasting, videoing, I'm promoting, I was working a 9 to 5, I was doing my own side thing, I was designing my app, trying to market all that at one time. I had to step back and figure out which one I really wanted to focus on the most, and which one is going to get me paid the fastest.
So you went to the money zone.
So I went for the money. Because, I mean, now, they say I'm good. They say I'm a pretty good actor and that I should be pursuing that a little bit more. But I can't. I mean, I believe people. I thank people for that. You know what I'm saying?
Where's your passion at? What do you want to do?
What do I want to do?
That if you could only do one, you can't have multiple. You can only do one task.
I want to be rich.
By any means
I just
necessary.
want the bread. That's all. I just want to be rich.
Yeah.
Acting, don't get me wrong. Acting would be great. Acting is a great hobby. It would be something that I can turn into. I love to do it. But even if I was an actor, I would constantly make my app grow. I would still be becoming the broker. I would still be making a brokerage app so that it continues to flourish for my family. My goal right now.
The app is gonna make you more than your acting.
You know, that's the good question. And at the end of the day, I believe it can. Because my app automatically is worldwide. Once I publish it.
Do we have any other black owners on here? Because I want to know, like, is that why a lot of the businesses aren't doing great? Is because they're going after the quick money versus what they really have a passion for?
Yeah, because when you're an entrepreneur, you go after what you know will make money, right? And then you put your passion kind of to the side because your passion don't always pan out and pay you.
Okay.
And I guess you learn that coming up so as a kid I learned coming up.
They said the sound is messing up.
The sound is messing up again.
Rachel, can you hear me, babe?
Is that better, Rachel? Is it me?
It was Shayla that said it. How we sound, y'all?
Let me see what it sound like right here. Sound good right here. Let me see.
Can y'all hear us?
Turn your volume up, Shayla.
Yeah, people dropping off. Oh, okay. She said it sounds good. Okay.
Thanks, Shayla. We appreciate you. So yeah, okay. So like what I was saying, when I was coming up, you know, I wanted to play sports. I wanted to be a baseball or a football player. Shit didn't pan out. But even when I was still going and trying to pursue it in high school and getting ready to go to college to do it, my parents always told me, you gotta have a trade or some degree, something to fall back on in case that don't pan out.
Yep.
So that kind of led me to not pursue my passion as hard as I wanted to because I was always had to go do school and I was always feeling like school was going to get me further. If this don't work out, school got me. So you put a, I don't know what you put on it. You know what I mean?
But there is static. I don't know where this static is coming from.
I have no idea either. I got the thing, everything is sitting, chilling.
Do you hear it more when I talk or do you hear it more when Ty talk? Or does it not change? I don't know, but it's annoying. Let me see. I gotta check to see if this equipment was made by a black-owned company.
No, it's straight from China. Y'all gave it to me. Y'all hoping they got some of that coronavirus.
Shut up. Hey, Alan.
So, okay, put it like, I've owned multiple businesses. I've had an IT firm. Actually had two of them. I had an IT firm with my uncle. I had an IT firm with two other dudes. GT Technology, CDW Technology. And I had the network, which was my music, entertainment thing, business that I ran with my boys. And all three of those pretty much went by the wayside.
Because this wasn't all at the same time, right?
Man, nah. So one of them back in 1990, about 98, when I started my first business.
Such a little child then. Damn. Oh.
Yeah, so I started my first business with two brothers when I was working out at the Pentagon. Called CDW. It was a computer firm. We was doing website designs, computer hookups, networking, and all that kind of stuff. Then after that, didn't work out too well. I stopped working at the Pentagon. Still stay in touch with the guys, but we couldn't get the business portion of it to flourish like we needed to, getting the contracts and all that kind of stuff. And I think I did one project for the Congressional Black Caucus. Brian McKnight was in town, and then after that, I didn't do anything else with it.
Why? Did you not like it? Was the resources not there?
when the money ain't coming as fast as you want it or need it to, then that changes your whole perspective on entrepreneurship.
But don't they say it takes like 3 to 5 years for you to start seeing a
Right. So
profit?
imagine that first year you struggling,
Yeah.
you going through it. The only way you gonna get out of it is if you find a job with somebody else.
We just gotta keep grinding and
Yeah,
grinding.
but even still, you're during that period of time, you're trying to take small jobs. You're trying to find any type of small contract that you can work just to stay afloat while you getting the business out. Because you got to pay for the marketing. You got to pay for all your different advertisements and like posters and business cards, proposals and all that kind of stuff. Insurance. You got to pay for all that stuff. How you gonna fund it?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. So there's a
That
number.
was
There's
one
a
of the
couple of different ways.
that was one of the questions I wanted to know. Like, is it harder for us because we don't have, the grandmas, the aunties, the uncles that invest in us as the other communities? Like, what is it that holds us back? Why is it that we can't launch and, be popping within 5, 6 months like the other ones?
Me personally, I think that it's like that because of the way we're programmed, right? We program, go to school, get a degree, get a trade, work for somebody else. We don't program our kids straight out of high school, open a business, make some money, get a degree if you want to, and have it on your back. You ever notice that you need a college degree to work for somebody, but you don't need one to open up your own business?
Yeah.
So why don't we preach that to our kids?
I mean, we did. So when Naya was getting ready to graduate, she had two options. She was working at a salon while she was going to school. She was working as a receptionist.
Okay.
So she called us one day and she was like, "Mom, should I, be an associate or whatever title they were going to give her, or be an apprentice at the salon she was at, or should she open up her own salon suite because a owner of a suite reached out to her and said, I like your work on Instagram. I've been following you. I have a suite in town. You can come here." So she was nervous. She was like, should I stay where I'm at and give them 60% of everything I do, or should I do it myself?
Right.
So I was like, you're going to have to grind no matter which one you take. So I'd rather you grind for yourself. So she opened up her own. And she don't regret it not one bit.
I bet she don't.
Yes.
Set her own hours, do.
Yeah, I'll never tell my child you need to get a degree and work for somebody else. You need to get a degree, get some experience, and then open your own.
Yes.
But
Yes.
my question was, you see black-owned businesses pop up, and then within 2 years it's gone.
Right.
So I don't think it's about us equipping them with the drive to do it. It's something's not there.
It's us burning our own. At the same time, it's us burning ourselves. Right. So
What do you mean?
it's a possibility that the owner's not putting in the proper planning to go about the establishment or setting up what he's trying to go accomplish. They're just jumping right directly into it,
Without doing the proper
not doing
research
the proper
and-
research. You know what I'm saying? The proper planning, and and also the proper damage control for what they're establishing. Right? If I jump out here and I get me an establishment across the street from Jody, and it's a black-owned restaurant, right? I gotta be prepared for rainy days. If I don't get nobody in that joint for at least 2 months or get the money back in 2 months that I need to at least be sitting on it
Yeah.
or have some type of trust or have something from a loan somewhere that I can, you know what I mean? Then we go out and get loans that we can't pay back right away. Or we get a loan.
Or we think we gonna pay it
look,
back.
We get a loan for a business that we believe we're going to be able to pay back right away. But the interest on it is so high, and then you got to pay back so much money, and then you're not making enough money to cover the loan. So then the loan forces you to close your business. You know what I mean? So it's so many different things that I believe that we are not planning for now. Some people do plan for it, and they have planned for it the right way, and that's why you see their businesses flourishing, and they sticking around for years. They did that. They took that one little bit of extra month, maybe 2 to 3 months, and just planned it out a little bit more, and just thought about what they were doing. That one more time, you know what I mean? and make sure that all their I's was dotted and their T's was crossed. And that's why they're able to stick around like they are.
Okay. So it's not just the word of mouth that's going to get it. It's the planning, the reinvestment.
Right.
And I remember talking to a guy. He had a contract. His first business was a T-shirt shop.
Uh-huh.
This great contract with University of Maryland.
Right.
As soon as he saw that profit, he went balling out of control. Instead of reinvesting it
Exactly.
in his business. So he was like, that was definitely a lesson learned. Like he went out, took a vacation, bought his wife some bags, and he's like, the money left. Then the contract was over, and he had nothing.
That's gotta hurt.
Yeah, it hurt. But I mean, he had to pick himself up and try it again. He didn't do the T-shirt thing anymore.
Yeah.
Computer side.
So see, I'm doing a cross between my particular business and what I actually do for a living.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been doing IT work since 1990s, maybe 95. Since 1995, I've been doing IT.
So do you have a passion for it, or do you do it just because there's money in it?
When I started into IT, I had a passion for IT because I was pretty good at it. And I was following in my father's footsteps to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
And it was quick money. The money I made from dealing with computers was just like, it just kept coming. No matter, when I leave a job, I'm already getting a $10 to $15 increase just by leaving and going somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So the money came fast, I was enjoying it. But as I got to the higher within the company, so I think I might have been at for the last 7 years, I've been probably like my highest level, where I was working directly under directors, vice presidents, and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of like got the chance to see some of the business aspects of IT to a different level.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to take that and incorporate it in another level of entrepreneurship and combine the two. So I'm gonna take my computer knowledge and I'm gonna transfer it over to trucking brokerage and moving freight worldwide and that sort of thing. So that again, that gives you an idea of what my app is about. My app is about moving freight from coast to coast, worldwide, international. Not just moving something from Florida to DC. I'm trying to move something from China to DC.
And the mentor you have has experience in that.
No, my mentor has experience with helping design Amazon.
Got it. So, do you think you need to find someone that has done the freight part of it to learn under?
That's the next mentor that I've been reaching out, trying to find. So that's part of my research, reaching out to different brokerage companies and introducing, showing them what I got.
I need Jody.
So like showing them my app, right? So I know a couple guys who own 18-wheelers.
Right?
So I sit down and discuss with them how the 18-wheelers and everything work.
Mm-hmm. Whenever he's ready. Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying, and discuss 18-wheelers and that sort of thing, and how they go about getting their loads, and how they do this and how they do that. So I basically look at some of the sites and all that kind of stuff, and see just how the other businesses are operating, because I'm incorporating it within my app.
Okay.
And I'm also trying. See, I think I have this belief, right, that once this stuff reaches a dock anywhere in the U.S.
A dock like a loading dock?
Yeah, dock, loading dock, you know what I'm saying? Or something like that. Something like that. I believe that it doesn't matter the kind of vehicle you got, type of truck you got. Mm-hmm. It's a possibility you can move this load from one place to another. And it's a possibility that you can save the owner of the business. Possible.
You mean whether you have an 18-wheeler versus a pickup versus a truck?
Now you talking.
Okay.
So now we get into the abruptness of my app, which I one of these weeks, I want to, like come back and introduce it to the world, let everybody, I want to give me some people to pilot with me. That's one thing, that's one aspect of business that a lot of people,
the testing.
I don't think they actually go this route. Like, run a pilot program with a company, whereas I don't really want to make no money. I just want to test my stuff out.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do the market research and get people to use it and give you feedback before you launch.
Right. That's what I need. I need that feedback before I launch.
Yeah, it's companies that do that. I mean, you have to pay the people to participate in the study, but yeah, I think a lot of people should do that. I feel like a lot of establishments open because they've seen it in another market, and they just want to copy it without even doing any of the planning, knowing the background.
Right.
And I think that's why a lot of companies fail.
I'm telling you that.
They say, "Oh, if he can do it, I can do it."
That planning phase is mean, where you gotta really like plan what you're doing out. Business plan, very essential. Business plan help you get along. I had no idea how powerful my business plan was until I kept talking to all these business people, and I was talking to people, who was willing to invest in my company, willing to invest in me, and it was like, "Where your business plan at?"
And you ain't have one.
I was like,
Coming soon.
"Yeah, that was one of those," and I was like, "I'm working on it. It's coming." You know what I'm saying? I'm working on it. And then they, I just be like, "Send it to me," or this, that, and the other. But my business plan, I haven't even. I've been going over it with my mentor.
Yeah.
So I want to. We've been back and forth with it probably twice now. So the third time's gonna be the challenge. Once I send it back to him the third time, I think that's gonna be the end of it, because I keep sending him stuff, and he was like, "Are you being realistic with this, with that?" You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, "Too high, too low," and he's like, "Too low." So it's like I'm not being realistic with myself on the capacity. I think he believes that the capacity of what I have is bigger than what I know it's big, but that makes me feel big-headed if I see it.
No, I think there's like two people. Like, you hear the history and someone say, "I never knew it was going to take off like this. I never would have dreamed that it would have, amounted to this much of success this soon." And then there's people like, "Oh, I knew it." So I think either way, you're being realistic. But maybe because he's seen it, and you haven't. But he should definitely tell you, especially with the pricing.
That's where the research comes into play, though, right? All right, so I got 9 different type of, right now, different categories, right? So with the pricing, I got to come up with pricing for that, plus each type of vehicle under that. So that's like 20. So my database grows every time I add another vehicle to it. And I got to come up with pricing for each one of them, because each one of them is a little bit different and special, right? You might have some with a short bed, you got some with a long bed.
So the loads they carry is
different right there. And you got a 4-door as opposed to a 2-door. Do you need a ride? That goes with it as well. And then you got different dump trucks that come with the 3 wheels on the back. Some with, you know what I'm saying? They got all that kind of stuff too. So you got to check all. So it's like, and he's telling me, "I don't know if you check the price out right. You need to check it out again." And every time I do it, it's like he's saying, "Go higher." I guess that, I don't know, and that's another thing about business, right? Some people believe in them, tell them something high, and then let them try and juke you down.
No.
I want to just tell them a price, and that's just the price.
Yeah, I don't want to have them.
Right, I don't want to be like, "It's $250, but if you give me $200, you can have it." You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go.
But that's the way it's been lately. I think it's because out of desperation, like, people want the business so bad. So I'm willing to knock the price down some.
Yeah,
just to get you in.
I got a question here from someone.
Yeah.
On my live feed. She says, "I never understood when there's a black event, the vendors booths are $600 and up. The same event sponsored by a white event is $125 or less."
Because I think, this is just my opinion, that the black people think that the money is going to come from the vendors and not the attendees. Whereas the white people, they know the attendees going to come.
Right.
So you guys, your table is cheaper because I know the attendees going to come, they're going to pay X amount of dollars. Black people, they want their money up front. They want that guarantee to cover all the expenses, and they're using the vendors for that. And then when the attendees come, that's a profit.
Then that's just what. That's okay, and that's kind of like them telling.
Then they're using the vendors
they making the
to
vendors
promote.
market and
Yep.
promote in order for them to do what they need to do.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I've never been a fan, especially when it's a ridiculous price. Because I know a lot of people who sell jewelry, sell makeup, sell hair products, and they vend a lot.
Right.
And these table prices are ridiculous. And it's because the host, she wants her money up front.
Yeah.
And then they get 2 or 3 sales from their table, and then they upset. Because they came out the pocket $600 and they made $30.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
That's real.
I wouldn't do it. Because I think it's ridiculous. Especially if there's no guarantee. If you don't have a history of bringing in X amount of attendees per event,
Right.
like why?
You know
Where's
what?
this $600 coming from?
Where
did you come up with this number? No, why are you charging $600?
I think they're expecting your marketing skills to be up to par.
No,
You bring in all this stuff.
no. Like as the host, you should be promoting as well. You shouldn't just leave it up to the vendors, because now the vendors, they know they got to try to make this $600 back. So yeah, they're gonna promote like crazy, and then the host sitting back just collecting all of it.
That's wild.
It is. So tell me, when you paid that $600, how many people came? Was it like a large audience?
She said you're right. She said you're right.
Yeah, I see it all the time. And I'm just like, no. If it's more than $100, I wouldn't do a table.
Yeah, I don't think I would.
I see if it was like for sisters only, but it be at some random spot
I mean,
that gets no foot traffic anyway.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna come to that event.
Okay. Well, we got the owner of Jody's Good Mood Cafe about to join us.
Yeah. Now, oh boy, I got some questions for him.
You got some
Oh,
questions for Jody?
I do.
Well, let me-
Good questions.
Let me
Good
bring
questions.
Jody up real quick.
No. This is a learning experience for us all. And for someone who is accomplished, I think your feedback could be it's needed and appreciated.
Come on, Jody. Hop on the couch.
That is true. They
sit right
aren't
on the couch with her.
experienced. Yeah, as soon as you sit down, your face gonna be on the camera. Everybody get to see Jody.
Hey, we getting ready to do the same thing to Jody that I did to her.
Put me on the spot.
Put this on your collar. Put it right here on this shit. My bad. My bad, brother. I'm new to this. I ain't true to this. That should be okay. Batteries.
I think you grabbed the wrong one.
I know.
You still have your mic on?
Yes, I
Oh,
do.
you're fine. Drea said, hi, Jody. Drea. Uh-huh.
You can go ahead and get started with whatever you want. I'm going to join in 1 second. Just backing us up.
All right. So one of the things Ty and I was talking about with Black-owned business is the planning phase and the research phase. Did you spend a lot of time with that we'll use the restaurant.
Okay.
I know you have more than one business channel, but the restaurant, was there a lot of market research and planning?
Yes, ma'am. I wouldn't say a whole lot, but I did a good thorough amount. Talking to people, because my other business allowed me to know restaurant owners.
Okay.
So I was able to network with them, pick their brain. It helped a lot. Of course, internet, Google, reading. But I didn't spend no 5 years or,
Just planning.
no, I didn't. To be honest with you.
Yeah. I think 5 years is definitely long.
Well, that's
Yeah, I
good.
think that's too long.
I'm not trying to spend 5 years planning money.
Absolutely not.
I probably spent about like 6 months or so. And I'm still learning now.
So do you think when you were talking to the different, managers or owners, were they open to giving you feedback, or were they a little like, I don't want you coming in and trying to do what I'm doing? Like, was they hesitant?
For the most part, they was open. There's always a couple who's like, giving you short answers because they really don't want to help you.
Oh, yeah.
So they give you quick, short stuff. But that, I just, whatever. And then I move on to the next. Because I have a lot of good close friends in the restaurant industry because of my other business.
Gotcha.
So they was warm and they helped me a lot. They still help me today.
So you have mentors.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So would you recommend that every entrepreneur or, wannabe business owner find a mentor?
Oh, absolutely. Without a doubt. Absolutely. 100%.
Let me ask you this question, Joe. I kind of find it, I don't know if it's weird for me to do it or strange. How did first let me say, it's a two-part question. Do you have a black mentor?
I have a black mentor. I have a Iranian mentor.
Okay.
And I have a couple white mentors.
Okay, then maybe that came from you being in the field and working under them or something?
For me, for my other business, just being around them
Okay.
constantly on a regular basis.
All right. Because I'm stepping into a field that is new to me, as far as being a broker and everything. And I've been trying to look at, find the right mentor or whatever to see which way would go. But I'm really not anybody that I gravitated towards that I would consider that I want to talk to as a mentor, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? I guess the right one to come along. My mentor that I have now, not black, and I met him through the Small Business Administration because he does pretty so to say IT. He's
So he's local.
Washington D.C. Southwest. So I go down there all the time and I talk to him, but I don't have pretty much a black mentor that I can just pick up the phone and call and be like, hey man, whoop, this, that, and the third. Now I got my peers that I talk to on a regular basis and we discuss business all the time, but they're in a different field branch of business. You know what I mean?
I talk to people that's not even in the restaurant business.
Right.
I've talked to people who failed multiple times. So they're mentors too to me.
Right.
Because they teach me the failures that they had. So
I agree.
it's nice to have a black mentor, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Anybody that can give me some information.
That's the way I feel about it too.
Negative, positive. If you give me some information that I can do anything with it, you're my mentor.
Do you think that'll help black-owned businesses though? We always try to mentor each other a little bit more.
I think a lot of people get intimidated by the word mentor.
Right.
Because some people think mentor means you look up to them or something, either one way. So it's just people you can bounce off of. And I think we should bounce off each other constantly. But we like that. Because it's competition.
Yeah, I can't stand that.
Yeah. That's probably why you haven't been able to find one in your field, because they want to guard their information. Because I don't want you taking my customers. I don't want you doing what I do better than the way I'm doing it.
You are versus each other, not working against. You are working against in their eyes. They work for me talking to older, foreign. I got a lot of foreign friends that I talk to. But also got a lot of black people that I talk to.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely don't think we should limit where we get our information from.
I don't think so either.
Bonus if our brother or our sister can help us.
Yeah, I guess that's what it just feels like. You know what I'm saying? Like knowing what you're doing and them knowing what you're doing, you would just kind of feel more like, yeah, he saw that I'm doing something. Like, yeah, he gonna help pull me to the side. And like, call me. I want to sit down and talk to you. I want to sit down and rap to you for about an hour or something like that. It took me going through the SBA to find somebody that was like, all right, nice to meet you. Now we're gonna meet once or twice a month. Depending on how we progress, that's how much we're often gonna meet. And I was lucky that I had already started some of the footwork, and I had my incorporation papers and all that stuff already done. So it's pretty easy for him to slide in there and give me some directions on which way I need to move around that. And every day I'm like, I can pick up the phone. I'm gonna send you something. All right, I send it back to you when I get a moment, or I got X, Y, and Z going. You know what I mean? I think that's the big thing for somebody, trying to start their own thing, and they trying to get off ground.
And I would think, as someone who has already done the legwork, we're nervous, we're scared. So just take that initiative to say, hey, if you have any questions, reach out to me.
Right.
Because we don't want to impose and just walk up to you and say, teach me everything you know. But, I think, it takes a village. So I think once an establishment reaches a certain pinnacle or a person reaches a certain, milestone, they should want to reach back and help pull the next person up. Because, there was a time when we had a lot of businesses. We didn't have to go find a black owned business directory. Like, that was black owned, that was black owned. But it's so far and few in between now. And then when we go there, we're just like, I drove all the way up here for this, you know? So it's frustrating, but the only way we're going to be able to succeed is if we multiply. So we got to be able to help the next person out. So I don't.
Help by if you do drive all of something wrong or something below your standards, communicate with that with your driver, with the owner. Because that'll help them.
Versus just going on Yelp.
Going on Yelp, telling your friends or if it's whack or whatever. I'll pull them to the side and say, hey, bro, look, it was alright, but you thought, we had to think about doing X, Y, Z. Instead of taking your money across the tickets or whatever found, from Mobile Association.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
I love my people. People that come in here and come here, I love to hear what they say. The negative, I love it because it makes me feel not perfect. I mean, you don't mess up too.
Yeah, that's
So if you tell me something's wrong, oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Let me fix it.
I've never thought to do that.
that's what I was saying. Constructive criticism. People don't take criticism as constructive all the time. Some take we take it as insults first, quicker than we take it as just
You're defensive and
this is just a little bit piece of criticism that you can do. Like somebody might come and be like, I don't know, you think y'all can turn the heat down in the corner over there, so you know what I'm saying? And some people might be like, no, we can't turn it on, you know what I'm saying? Instead of,
It stunts your growth.
right.
Like I had a whole different type of chairs in here. I kept hearing my customers say, listen, this chair's not comfortable. The chair's gone. They're gone.
Right.
So why would I be arrogant and keep the chairs in here? They sitting there telling me, you're telling me it's uncomfortable. So get rid of the chairs. So the chairs was gone.
that makes sense.
Yeah, I make a lot of sense.
They're like, nah, man, these look nice. I bought them, not wasting us. Okay. But you just lost 10 customers because you wanted to keep some $50 chairs.
That's so true.
Right. That's a fact right there. That is a fact. So I got another question for you, black business owner. Have you ever had any struggles as far as going down trying to get financial things from banks? And can you tell us anything about that?
It's tough. You gotta, with any of my businesses, I've never, I was never able to get a loan. Never been able to get nothing from the bank. In my experience, I'm not talking about just me.
Okay.
It's tough. They want the longest list of credit history. A lot of collateral. Especially if you're talking about big money. You're talking about $250,000, all that kind of money. You're not talking about $5,000, $2,000. They want you to have a lot of paperwork, assets, 750 credit score. So it's not impossible. There's ways, but for me, I just wasn't.
So how can your foreign counterparts come here with no credit history and open up 2 or 3 7-Elevens? Like, they got franchises out the yin yang. They've got their own restaurant down the street. Do you think they had to have the same amount of collateral, the same amount of paperwork?
Well, the few people that I know that's foreign that start their own restaurant or whatever, that I know, not everybody, it's not just them. So they got a team, they got investors, they got backup, they got this, they got that. You going at it alone, it's difficult. Because I may have horrible credit, but my best friend, who's one of my investors, he got a lot of paperwork, all kind of tax documents and everything you can submit to the bank that they want. So we going together, Both our business, but he's the paperwork. Maybe behind the counter selling the liquor, he's the one who's paying for it. With all the
That's the thing, the partnership.
Yeah.
You know, be willing to release a little bit of control because this person is stronger with this part of it.
But you may be stronger with your brain or your work ethic. You just pick up and money. So you got to pick up where the other person goes.
Yeah, you'll be the face of it, and I'll be the funding. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, even with Ty and I, you know, we came, like, you had all the tech stuff. I had all the content. So, and you were just like, you know what? I'll handle this part. You handle that part. And we were like,
It
cool.
works.
It works.
Yeah. So maybe it's just the arrogance thing. It's my way. It's my name. I don't want nobody with it. I'm going to figure it out. Okay, maybe your business number 2 will be that. But to get started, go in with your boy.
Don't be scared to go against somebody. You know, of course you need trust and paperwork and lawyers and stuff like that.
So you have that. You got your lawyers. You've got your accountant. You don't have auntie doing all your stuff behind the scenes. Okay. Y'all hear that?
But it's just me doing everything. Like,
You think you go further?
not really having my family right there helping me right now. I think I'm getting further that way, right? Establishing the foundation. And once I get the foundation established, then I can teach my family better how they fit in to what I have built. Like,
So why spend time to teach someone if you can hire a non-family member that already has that experience?
because right now, your family member is going to come in with a different aspect of the process. They can come in with the aspect of, this is my cousin, this is my family. I don't have to put in the same effort as him. He going to pull it away anyway because it's his baby. And because we blood, he going to let me skate along, right? We both going into a hunger from the bottom up. We both need to eat off of this. I can't pay you. If I can't put money in your pocket, that means that you're gonna be looking at other ways within what I'm doing to fill your pocket because you want what's coming in. So if I set it up, get it all established, show you how it works, show you how you make the money and everything, then I can hand pieces of it too. But until I got that whole thing together, I don't think it's a good idea to work with anybody in your family because they're gonna want to be on the same level as you just because of that work in the family.
I agree. Yeah, I've heard too many stories about bad blood with families. Like, I don't even want to mix the two. You know, especially with that trust, and then the ego comes, and like you said, I'm gonna be able to skate. I know it's my cousin; she's not gonna fire me. I know I opened up the store 30 minutes late, but she be alright.
Right,
Nah.
it's my cousin. Cuz be alright.
Just be alright.
Right.
But then
bad
you have
cousins, I open
some
up late.
who was like, because it's my cousin, I'm gonna make sure I'm there on time. I'm gonna make sure I mark it.
Yeah.
But that's far in between. Yeah. So did you have family knocking? Give me a job. Give me a job. I want to do it. Where your experience at?
Some people
I fired my brother. I've turned down family members all the time. You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take the personal out of it.
You gotta take it personal. You gotta take it.
This is
It is.
Because at
not
the end of the
personal.
day, when the business failed because of them, they'll be working the next day. You lost all your, they'll get a job at Walmart.
And you got to rebuild everything.
Rebuild all your hundreds of thousands of dollars. So it sounds selfish.
I lost more cuz.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. And it's crazy. And then at Thanksgiving, they want to still chop it up with you. Like, dude, no.
At your house.
Yeah. What you mean I can't come in and have any sweet? No, get out.
Not even no sweet potato pie.
No, you can't have
Can
anything.
you just slide it through the mail slot, please?
No.
Come on, cuz. I didn't mean to burn down your restaurant.
But I have found that most of, especially when they just start out, it is their family that's there. That's open and,
I think part of you want it. There's a fulfillment to building around an initial job.
like, help.
Family is doing this together.
We gonna eat together.
Eat together and build together. It's like a fantasy sometimes. Everybody does a fantasy. It's just not always.
I don't think think you actually get that unless you like really come up together and you're just not loyal to each other. You know what I mean?
There's some out here, but
There's some people out here that are like that. I think there might be some brothers that got businesses like that. But they always been loyal to each other. It hasn't. My folks had a store like that. I mean, it was in a different era back in that time. It was some different things going on. But they all put together and had their own store. And they was able to run it successfully, just as a family, you know what I mean? But it was only certain ones that you knew owned the store. Anybody
Right.
else,
They just worked
they was
there.
just either wearing it for marketing or they was just family. You know what I mean? They weren't working there. They was just family. You know what I mean? When we wore the clothes and everything, but you knew who owned the clothing line, and they worked very well together. It can be done, but like I said, it's very hard to find somebody that's just that loyal. You know what I mean? Loyalty is a hard thing to find nowadays.
And I think it's because you touched on it earlier. They want that quick money. And I was like, is it your passion or the money? He's like, I'm going towards the money.
You
So
want
then
that money?
it's going to be hard for someone to be loyal. They with you with 5 months. And they still ain't by their bins yet. Yeah, I'm leaving.
They want that quick money, and and they see you as a come up sometimes because they also think that you're gonna pay them more than what you pay anybody else because you're family. Right.
Oh my gosh. And then they start bashing. I don't mess with him. Yeah, I wouldn't go there if I were you.
All kind of shit.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's sad. It is. And that's why I want the conversations to happen, because it doesn't have to be that way. And one of the things I did learn just now is pull the owner to the side. Pull the staff to the side instead of just bashing, because that's what we're quick to do, right?
Yeah.
Social media, never come in here again.
Oh,
But how many times has Starbucks messed up my order? At least twice a week. And I still go back.
McDonald's been messing up orders for years. And they ain't got-
Exactly.
and they still got over 5 billion sold. Right. Yup.
Hello? But if I come here one time and I ask for medium rare and I got medium, I'm pissed.
I got message people all the time. They'll send me a message or something. Not all the time. I don't have a lot of complaints, but you get them. We human. Like,
Right.
people in the kitchen are human. They have blood.
They're nice as hell though.
Bad days, they have good days. You know, they're not perfect. So if the fries cold, okay, just come sit, just send it back. We'll give you some fresh ones. It's not, you know, I got a message from a lady today on Instagram. She said her crab fries was cold. So, thanks for telling me when you come back the next week. She didn't. I was grateful that she sent a private message. She didn't blast it out. So I appreciated that. So
You gotta appreciate that.
Yeah.
we know she could have been real mean about it. Yo, Facebook, Instagram. She messaged me. We corrected her. And that's what we need.
And that's how you grow.
That's how you go.
Yeah. I mean, I just last week when we were in here talking, because my husband had got the steak and cheese for the first time, and he tore it up. And today he ordered the same thing. And then last week, everybody at the table was saying, I got this one day, and I got this that day, and nobody was complaining. Like, everybody was loving everything. Even the drinks we had, we was like, what's this?
Matter of fact,
We need another one. Yeah, like, you know, like you named it, good mood. Like when you come here, you getting good. It's a good establishment, a good environment, and the food is good. And it sucks because now I'm gonna want this everywhere I go. Like we travel a lot, and every time we go, we try to go to at least 1 or 2 black-owned restaurants, just to support. And last night we was like, what the hell? Like we was pissed, but we were in New Orleans, and we probably won't ever go back there again. Would you go back again? Yeah, I probably won't go back again. No, to that restaurant. But I ain't gonna bash them.
y'all get some gator while y'all was down there.
We did.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, we had oysters every day. Every day.
Oh my God.
I swear I was just about to say you gotta add it to the menu.
You go on Instagram, there's a video of me making it on the plane and everything.
Are you serious?
I'm decent. But will be. I haven't been releasing that on yet, but it will.
Did y'all hear that?
You heard it here first. You ain't getting nowhere else.
Oh yeah, it's good. Hmm.
When I went to New Orleans, I ate them every day.
Every day.
I went to Atomic. Is it Atomic? And I went to Drago's, but I went there.
Yeah, Dragos was in the hotel we were at, so we went there like 3 times. But we went to Acme. No, Acme was closed. Acme was closed for private events. We went across the street to Felix. And then we went to, there was another place, the Grand Isle. Yeah, we was saying them oysters up. My stomach's gonna be like, eat another one here.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
Yeah. But somebody decided to have a private event, so we couldn't go. But guess what? This one's gonna be better, because this one's close to home.
I'm coming.
You eat oysters?
No.
You've never had them?
Uh,
Not even the cooked ones? Oh, we do cooked and raw.
Y'all cooked that raw? Oh,
Oh,
God.
I see a challenge. Ooh.
I plead the fifth for whatever
Nah.
that challenge.
Yeah, we
What the
gonna
challenge is? Well, gotta
You
eat them?
gonna eat
Oh,
a raw one.
oh, no.
Yeah.
I didn't like the raw ones at first, but I
You must.
You gotta learn how to. I mean, sometimes it's good with just a little lemon. Like I don't even need everything.
Oh my God.
Mm.
You sure?
Yes, it's really good.
Oh Lord.
We gonna
Just
get.
looking at it, you be like,
Do you eat sushi? Do you eat any raw food, Ty?
no. Cook my stuff, please.
Nah.
Huh?
I'ma punch you.
Nope, because I don't eat a lot of that neither.
I'ma punch you.
Nah. All right, so before we get out of here, I asked a question for both of you all. Without saying the name, just the type of black-owned business that you went to. Worst experience at a black-owned establishment. What was your worst experience? We'll start with ladies first.
It's probably a beauty salon.
Y'all just can't get along at all.
I
in
just
the
don't
hair
have
salon.
patience for foolishness. Like, don't be over. Like, my time, I will never get back. If I schedule to be here at 9, I shouldn't have to wait till 11 o'clock to sit at your chair. I have no tolerance for that. You will never see me again. That's why I do not have a hairstylist. I will hop around. I will do it myself. You can't play with me. Mm-mm. And then I'm there at 11. I don't get home till 3. My day is gone. Mm.
They be having a weave scheduled at 9, then they don't get to you till 11. If you want to have a weave schedule me for another day.
Yeah.
Don't put me with that.
But they need to get 10 people in just to pay their booth rent, so they overbook.
Pay the original price. I'm not paying.
Yes. And they mad because you ain't tip them. We can go on all day, but yeah, for me, it's the salon.
Uh-oh.
What's yours, Jody?
went to a couple restaurants that was pretty good. The service, hospitality.
See, that's what I'm big on.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, even if the food isn't great, if the environment is good and your staff was lovely, then I'm just going to try something else the next time I come. But if everything is bad,
customer service is bad, and you're not friendly, you're not courteous, you're not smiling. It's very bad.
yeah. So did you do training, or did you, like, when you did your interviews, did you just know off the break, like, this person was going to give good customer service? I see it. Or is that part of, like, your training?
It's part of like training, and you kind of just kind of get people in and out. Because people, everybody gonna say they got good customer service when they interview.
Long Beach.
When you get them in here,
They don't have no patience.
they're not patient, they're moody. I mean, I know they bring having their own to work, taking out on their customers.
How to keep it. Like, my very first job was I was a waitress. And so customer service was everything because I wanted my tips. I had just had a baby, like, 2 months prior, so I needed my tips. And I'm just a personal person anyway. So that experience has carried on to everything that I've done. Like customer service has always been there.
Anything that's tied to your money,
Yeah, smile and
you're making $3, $5 an hour. The rest is how you treat the customer.
yeah.
That's the difference. You get $2 for 7 or 8. So you would think you would put everything you got into it.
Yeah, because we've had where the food has been bad, but we still leave a good tip because she or he.
They understand tipping. They understand that the waitresses don't really make that much. I know I do. I didn't at first.
Well, they don't make no
Once I
money.
learned how that they don't really make no money, I just have to. I just have to.
What about you, Ty? What was your worst experience?
Oh man, my worst experience was at a repair shop,
Like auto repair?
auto repair shop, right? So I can't say it's black owned, but every mechanic in there that was working on my vehicle was black. They tightened the lugs up on my truck too tight. After they had me sitting in there for a whole day just to do brakes. Now, I know myself it don't take 8 hours to change brakes on the bike
Heck
vehicle.
no.
I was in there from the time I woke up in the morning to the time I had to go to school. Then when I drove to Virginia to go to school, I'm coming back across the Woodrow Wilson Bridge, and all I keep hearing is something go, doom, 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 and then the next thing you know, my front tire started wobbling like this on this axle. I had to pull over on 295 and call a tow truck to come get me because they had broke off three lugs on my
Because it was that tight.
3 stems on it because it was just that tight. Now the service was some garbage, and the customer service was some garbage, and all of that just totally was one of the worst experiences I ever had. And
So did they fix it for free?
yeah, they fixed it for free, but okay. Then years go by, I take another vehicle to the same shop to get my oil changed. They didn't put the oil filter on tight. My oil leaked out, messed up my whole engine.
So that was your second and last time, right?
Yeah. Second and last time.
So do you, moving forward, do you second guess black businesses now? Or do you, be honest,
Or a black crew?
I'm second guessing. I kind of vet the crew to a degree now. I might look at the crew a little bit and be like, nah, he gonna be working on my car, this, that, and other. I don't really trust him. I might even have to go to a shop now and be like, who's your top mechanic? I'd rather him work on my stuff than if I gotta leave it and come back and get it. I prefer your top mechanic and just one of your little side mechanics you got running around in there who really know, messed up some people's stuff before, And then nowadays things have come to the point where you can actually look up an establishment and hear it. That being this internet is making it a whole lot easier to find good customers. Not good service and good customer service.
Like it's been a while since I've gone to like a regular auto body shop because my friend's uncle, he has his own. So I
Right.
take everything to him. But if there's something that he can't do, then usually he'll refer us. Like when my seat stopped moving, I took it to him. He was like, yeah, I don't do interior, but the people at the end, yeah.
Right.
And we had to wait like maybe 4 or 5 days for the part to come in because they had to order me a new seat. Just like that.
does your bad hair salon experience start with you on the black hair salons?
Yeah. So I do it myself, or I'll go to the Dominican, or I'm waiting for my daughter to drive up from Texas in June, and she'll get me right. So for me, with the salon, it wasn't just once. Like, I've been getting my hair done for a year, and at this point, it's just like, I don't have time to sit there.
See, I had a barber that would do the same thing to us, where we would be like, go sit and wait to get a haircut, and you could be sitting there for a minute, but that was just because he took long cutting people's hair. And you knew what you was getting yourself into.
Yeah, I don't.
You can have an appointment and still show up on time for your appointment, and he might still have somebody in the chair. Because he might have cut one appointment, right? And took somebody who was just sitting there like, let me fit you in real quick before this next person get here.
Yeah, I get it. But there are just some people who are just not good at scheduling, and they're just greedy. And they just don't respect your time. Like, I stopped going to the independent salons and went to J.C. Penney. With J.C. Penney, they can't overbook. Like, when you got in there, She was doing you and only you. She didn't have you in the bowl, you under the dryer, you in the chair. It wasn't that. It's just you. And then on your way out, her next customer. So I was going to her for, huh?
I thought that's how all of them got down. Like, you go in the
No.
women's salon, she got one girl over here getting her hair braided, one getting washed over there, one up under the dryer, and you sit down, let me take this stuff up out of it.
That is because they paying that booth rent. So they need a certain amount of heads every day
Right.
in order to cover and still be able to eat at the end of the week. I get that. And I did that. But it's like I'm too old. I got too much stuff to do. I got to be back home by a certain time because I got somewhere else to be. So I just can't do it.
Sound good. You probably go home, go to sleep knowing.
Even if that, I still got something else to do. Yeah.
Oh my God.
You know, so, yeah. Exactly. Because at JCPenney not cheap. But when I went there, I knew an hour and a half I was done. Yeah, I paid for that. I paid for the experience and good quality. I don't need to be in there hearing about you and JoJo arguing all last night. Girl, nah, I'm too old for that now. Yeah, your ear done burnt off. And then they burn you. Like, I don't have time for that. So that's why I rock ponytails. I don't care. Yeah, well, see, we tired.
You don't go either no more? Do you still go to, you don't either?
No.
Or you do your own?
See, the time. Oh,
Hey, you got really got it back.
Now you got hot. Now you got to take a water break. Now, matter of fact, you got to go to the bathroom.
yeah.
I don't got time. Now you hungry. You should have ate before when you had a space in between. There's no.
Like, I swear to you, I've been at more than one salon where she's like, well, this person's going to start on you because I have to run and pick my daughter up. Oh, it's been fine now. Who say, I got to run and do this. I'll be right back. I got to make a drop off at the bank before it closes. So now I got to sit here and wait for you to come back. No, that's disrespectful. I'm gone. Then I've had people who do my hair, and by the time I get home, my head and guess what? I ain't coming back. I ain't coming back.
Hold it, but why is it when you get home? Is it something you did en route to
No,
home,
she
or
rushed it.
she rushed it?
Yeah, like my hair wasn't fully dry when she wanted to start curling. I don't know. Her products wasn't right. I don't know. But I ain't coming back.
Bad and bougie.
Call it what you want. I ain't got time to waste. I'll just rock a ponytail.
Oh man.
I can't do it. Just like if you went to a barber and he had you waiting all day and your fade was lopsided.
Oh.
You're not going to go back
That's why.
to get him
That's-
to fix it the next time.
That's another thing about men and their hair. I done had one barb. Let me see. Take that back. I might have had. I can count. I had 5 barbers in my life, and the one I got right now been cutting my hair since at least 1990.
What about when you moved to California? You had to find somebody over there, right? So what if you went to that
No, I had
barbershop
long
for the
hair.
first time
Cornrows.
and you ain't had no beard?
Female.
Whatever.
We
Jody,
still
how
had to
many
find
barbers
another
have you
barber,
had?
though. That's in the 5. That's still in the 5.
And you've gone to some, you just like, man, he didn't burnt me up. I can't. Zzz.
Yeah.
I bought it now. I've had them for a really long time.
Right. But once you find out one barber who cut your hair the right way, only time you get rid of him is if he croak or something. Or something bad happened to him. Other than that,
And what's
you'll
the
wait for that
longest
barber.
you've waited to sit in his chair?
I waited to sit in this chair at the barbershop closed and had to come back the next day. But see, this was
No.
this was different times for me though, right?
I'm talking about today.
So look, it might be a line of us because he's a family barber for. It might me and all my cousins, my father, my nephews, everybody. Just by my grandfather used to get his hair cut.
So you ain't having an appointment. You was just a walk-in.
So it would be, that's just a walk-in. That's just one of them days where I'm around with my cousin. He's like, I'm going to get my hair cut. I'd be like, all right, bet I'm going with you. You know, we just ride and stop by the barber shop. We get in there, and he taking his time cutting hairs, this, that, and the other. I'm like, can you add me on? He's like, depending on what time I finish him. And then that's one of them situations. And he like, I can't get you tonight. I'm like, all right, be back tomorrow.
He did a lot of Beijing's. You have to wait, like,
I swear I didn't know what a Beijing was until the other day.
Really?
Yeah, he ain't gonna do that. I ain't know.
it is what it is. It is what it is, bro. So you get a lot
I ain't know what it was.
Oh yeah, my barber do that too. He paint your face up, boy. Your joint be black as I don't know what by the time you get it back.
So you need to only do Beijings on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
I don't do Beijing.
Like, come on. No, I'm talking about the barbershop.
Saturday. You get like Beijing after Beijing. You be sitting there all day.
So these dudes are really out here.
For 100%.
Can you tell? Or do they look natural?
Yeah, we can tell.
I can tell now. I used to couldn't tell.
Oh, you couldn't?
I can tell now. Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell because if they got like a little patch in their face, you see the black on their face and it ain't no hair. So like right here, I got like a little patch.
So that's your Beijing right
So
there.
if I put Beijing on, they gonna make that connect, and you see black skin right here instead of my hair like you do pretty much.
See, I think I've seen it on, like, what was it, Jamie Foxx? Like, somebody, I'm like, since when was his hairline like that? Or his stuff ain't never connect, so I think I've seen it, like, on movie stars. Not LeBron,
But see, they
no.
got something different for them now. Now they got the hair that they glue on or whatever.
Yeah, I can't.
Neither
Okay.
can I. I'm glad mine still grows and well. It'll be
You
all
better knock on wood.
right. I'm all right.
Because his was, I never would have thought he would be bald or thinning. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, what in the
We
hell?
get on Beijing and bald hair from black businesses.
Barbershop. Wait at the barbershop.
Took a hard left turn in the barber shop.
Because that's what takes all that.
Business in the barber shop right there.
Yeah. It's like in the salons, that's what take forever, them weaves.
But that's causing bad customer service. So you're saying, that's improper planning then.
Yes.
They need to work on their planning and their scheduling of weaves. Ladies, y'all hear this? Schedule the weave appointments better. And she might be back.
No, I got Nene. So I just wait once a year for my daughter to do my hair.
Yeah, so you only get a weave once a year, and that's in June. So, yeah, I can dig it. So, over there.
I mean, I'll get braids, but I don't think, I haven't had a weave since probably like 99 or 2000.
That's a long time. Well, it's getting about that time.
It's almost, it's 9?
It's what, 9?
No,
Close enough?
it's close enough.
Close enough.
Thank you, Joe.
Here we got one. Thank you for actually joining us today. Most importantly, thank you for letting us use your establishment every Tuesday.
Y'all, man, I appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
We gotta get some more.
we'll get some more people out here though.
Did you come to last week? Well, last week you came to.
I was here, but yeah, I came to it.
Last week.
What we talking about next week? Is next week Black Love or is that the end
No,
of?
that's the end. Next week is audience choice. So we'll see what they want.
Next week is audience choice. All right, so next week is audience choice for Black History Month, right?
Yes.
So we want the audience to send us anything Black History related that you would like for us to talk about. And if you would like to talk about it, come on out and talk about it with us as well.
Yeah, come get on this camera.
Yeah, come on.
Be shy.
Y'all think we don't have another camera to turn around for the people here? But we do.
I said if I can do it, anybody.
Yeah, see?
I hate the camera.
Yeah, I
Hey, well, I did the same thing to Jody that I did to her. Put him in front of the camera and put a microphone on him. Have a seat. Have a seat. I'm gonna get her husband next. Beat you next, homeboy. Brace yourself.
He'll do it one day.
He'll get up here one day. But
You gotta talk about the right thing.
Maybe Black Love, I'll get him up here.
that's all our time for this evening, folks. And as always, we'll see you all next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday at Jody's Goodwill Cafe in Beltsville, y'all.
Come out and enjoy the show with us.
Thanks again, Jody. Good night, y'all.
Good night, y'all. All right, unlock that so we can get off the air. See, that's how you do. You stop the go live.